All right, let's talk about a problem that pretty much every homeowner dreads, but a lot of us don't even see coming. It's happening right under your feet, and trust me, it can get messy and very, very expensive.
So, I've got a question for you. When you think about a total plumbing disaster, what's the first thing that pops into your head? A burst pipe in the middle of winter, maybe? A toilet that just will not unclog? Yeah, those are bad. But what if I told you the biggest threat to your pipes is actually, well, it's something you probably love looking at every single day?
Yep, it's growing right there in your front yard. We're talking about those beautiful trees, the ones that give you shade in the summer and make your house look great. But here's the thing, their roots are on a mission. They are always searching for water. And your sewer line? That's basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. It's a classic story of nature finding a way, even if it's right into your home's plumbing.
All right, so how does this actually happen? This whole underground invasion doesn't happen in a flash. Nope, it's super stealthy. It starts small, and then it slowly escalates into a complete, full-blown nightmare for your pipes.
It really breaks down into 4 simple steps. It all starts when a tiny little root tip, just seeking out moisture, senses some water vapor escaping from a pipe. Maybe it's a tiny crack, maybe a loose joint. That's all the invitation it needs. It just worms its way inside. And once it's in there, well, it's hit the jackpot. It's got a constant supply of water and nutrients, and it just starts to grow like crazy, turning into this thick, dense web, a root mass that will literally choke the life out of your pipe.
And that is exactly why you've got to catch this stuff early. You know, a slow drain, it's easy to ignore, right? But it's not just an annoyance. It's a huge warning sign. It means pressure is building up in your pipes. As that root ball gets bigger, the wastewater has nowhere to go. And that's when you get a disgusting backup into your house. Or, even worse, the pipe just gives up and bursts.
Okay, so how can you tell if you've got this secret invasion happening? Well, your house will actually give you some pretty clear clues if you know what to listen for. Have you ever heard weird gurgling sounds coming from your drains or your toilet? That's a big one. That's air getting trapped and forced back up. Or maybe you're dealing with backups that you think you fixed, but they just keep coming back. And of course, the classic, your drains are just painfully slow. Any of those sound familiar? Those are your early warnings.
But thankfully, we're not living in the dark ages anymore. We don't have to just guess what's going on down there. Technology today is amazing. It lets us get a camera's eye view of the problem, without having to dig up your entire front yard.
It's called a sewer camera inspection, and it's pretty much what it sounds like. A technician takes this long, flexible rod with a waterproof, high-def camera on the end, and they snake it right down into your pipes. It gives them a live feed, a real-time look at everything happening inside. Yeah, you can think of it as a colonoscopy for your house. It's a perfect analogy, really.
And doing this is a total game changer. For one, the camera shows the exact spot where the roots are. No guesswork. It also tells you how bad the problem is and if the pipe itself is cracked or broken. And having all that info is absolutely crucial. It means a plumber can figure out the best way to fix it, instead of just digging up your lawn and hoping for the best. It saves you so much time, money, and headache.
Okay, so the camera confirms it. You've got roots. Now what? Well, the good news is you have options. We can talk about both immediate relief and long-term repairs to make sure this doesn't happen again.
So you basically have 2 paths you can go down. There's the quick fix for the immediate problem, and then there's the more permanent solution. For right now, to get things flowing again, a rooter service is great. They use a machine that just powers through that root mass and clears the pipe. But here's the catch. If the pipe is already damaged, those roots are just going to grow right back. That's when you need to look at something called trenchless repair. This stuff is amazing. It basically fixes the pipe from the inside, creating a brand new, smooth surface that roots just can't get into. And there are a couple of main ways they do this. The 2 big ones are pipe bursting and relining. Pipe bursting sounds intense, and it is. They pull in new pipe through the old one and it literally shatters the old pipe outward. With relining, they insert a flexible liner into the old pipe and inflate it, so it hardens and creates a new pipe within the old one. The best part about both of these, they're way less invasive than digging a giant trench across your lawn. Your yard stays pristine and your pipes get a serious, modern upgrade.
Look, getting the pipes cleared and fixed is awesome. But really, the goal here is to make sure you never have to deal with this again, right? So let's talk about prevention. How can you be proactive and basically future-proof your pipes?
It really comes down to a few key things. First, if you're in an older house, it's a really good idea to schedule regular camera inspections. Just stay ahead of it. Second, be smart about your landscaping. Seriously, find out where your sewer line runs, and do not plant trees or big shrubs anywhere near it. And of course, always be listening for those gurgling sounds or watching for slow drains we talked about earlier. Oh, and one last tip. After you get your pipes cleaned, ask about root inhibitors. It's a treatment that helps stop new roots from getting interested in your pipes in the first place.
So let's wrap this up with a final thought. We all spend so much time and effort on the parts of our homes we can see. You know, the paint, the furniture, the garden, but those invisible systems, the ones working silently underground, they're just as important. They're the foundation. Think about it. Your home is your castle, right? But if its deepest defenses are vulnerable, the whole thing is at risk. So the question is, are you defending your foundations?